What are you doing? You're gonna sit on my lap? Well, make up your mind, okay, please? All right, there we go. All right, we're back. Calypso just planted herself on my lap, so forgive me if through this whole thing I cringe from her nails digging into my knee. We're gonna get right into this one. This is Where Are You? And let's go. Okay, here we are, back in Bitwig Studio. As you can see, we are organized. I say this every time. I'm just going to drive it all the way home for you. Organize yourself. This one's going to be a little different. So this project actually started. This is probably the song I've been working on for the longest. It actually was started over 3 years ago when I was still working in Logic. So I ended up bouncing a lot of those things out and bringing them over into Bitwig and sort of revamping the song. So we're actually going to come across a lot of these samples being pre-bounced, especially with my drums not being in a sampler as usual. As you can see here, here's how the drums sound. Just a huge fat kick. I am sure this is from Battery. I was using Battery a lot at the time because I didn't like the drum sampler in Logic. Big old kick there. Little shaker here. Little perk with some delay and whatnot. Claps. This is actually layered multiple claps. This is also bounced from Logic. We get into here. Nice little djembe loop here. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, a Logic loop, a Logic Pro, like Apple loop that comes with it. Yeah, pretty straightforward in that whole thing. When we get into the break here, there's a little drum build. This is something I actually played on a drum sampler kit in Logic, bounced out. And then we just filter up. The filter's actually, I think, on this whole thing, isn't it? Where is it? I don't know where I put that. Where's that filter? I think it's just on. You know what? It might be built into this because I might have done that completely in Logic. Anyways, I digress. It's pretty basic. Then we get to the drop here. Huge kick. This is the fattest kick I've heard in a long fucking time. Here's hats I remade in the sampler as usual. The snare is layered of 3, so it sounds like this. Here's the first guy. Second guy. Third guy. All layered. Sounds like this. And then glued together. Same deal sort of repeats here in the break. Then there's just big snare build here. And as you can see in this clip, it gets bigger. So this was also from Logic. This was built in. And that's that. I do have a drum verb here, as usual, built into the drums here. So send in some things there. Just a little bit of snare, I guess. And that's the drums. On to bass. Mute these because I always forget. All right, at the beginning, this is just a little pretty basic sounding bass. This is from Logic too. As you can see, it's bounced already. Then just sidechained, kickstart. And then here's a bass arp. And then during the drop, we got sub and this guy. Honestly, there's a lot of sub. I don't know what I was thinking, but geez, that kick's the biggest thing I've ever heard in my life. Plus that sub. Yeah, I mean, that's really simple for you. Sub, it looks like I just grouped this because there's a different one in this build part. Running down the line, keys. These are called Paris keys because I modeled them after the song Paris by the Chainsmokers. Just lush. I'm pretty sure this is a massive patch, if I remember correctly, because I love this key sound. And then just got a little delay with replica. Here's some piano chords, pretty much the same vibe in that build. And then that comes back. What is that noise? I feel like that bus was freaking out for some reason. So I'm pretty sure, again, this is grandeur because that's all I will use. In the build, here's a piano arp. This is just straight Odessa, straight out of A Moment Apart. That is doing its job. And then here's, again, a piano part, but it's vamped. So this is literally just like me ad-libbing something. With some OTT. That's it. That's all the pianos. Oh, here's the vocoder instrument trigger. And yeah, now on to the synths. This might be kind of hectic. We're going to find out here. So right at the beginning, we got this nice pad. That repeats pretty much same vibe in the bridge. And then these are the saws from the drop, automated up. Along with this ARP. I'm pretty sure this was made in Serum because I didn't have Spire yet. This is just a little plucky ARP guy. So that's the same deal again in the bridge here. The only thing is I added these more stringy synths over the top. Everything comes back in here. Real big. Saw stacks. These are bounced, but again, these are from Serum, I'm pretty sure. So the first stack sounds like this. So that movement you're hearing is actually done with an arpeggiator set to the chord setting. So it's really just going triggering the chord at that rate, and then it's just sidechained. Oh, we lost Calypso. And then under that is this little drone guy. And then the only difference is at the end here, I added another saw for God knows what reason. I just wanted it bigger, I guess. And yeah, it's LFO tool for the sidechain here. And then the bus, processed as usual, Neutron 2, missing. And then the glue. And that's that. On to the leads here. So this has this guy. This is actually in, this is a reactor patch. So I have complete control. I have this MIDI controller by by Native Instruments. And what you can do is you can use complete control as a plugin to cycle through all of the Native instruments, and you can group them and listen by type and sound, all that stuff. So I was looking through mallet sounds, and I came across this one, and it's just gorgeous. I love this sort of stuff. Very worldly, very ethnic, and just like organic, just really cool. Under that guy is this little spire guy. It's kind of hard to hear. Just nice little texture in there. Nice in the back. You can probably hear it more in the break here. There he is. Nice and spacey. Love that. That's Spire, my boy. And that's all the leads. Vocals. So there's not a lot of vocals in this song, obviously, but there's a lot of vocal-ish effects. And this whole song was actually started off of finding this sound, which is in an Alchemy patch in Logic. Alchemy is just this awesome synth they have there. It sounds like this. I remember finding that and was instantly inspired, and this song came out of it. So I basically bounced that down, and you get the main deal here. And then next, this little stab comes in. That's also from Alchemy. I don't remember if it was in a kit with this other sound or multi-instrument, or if I've just found it near it, but just added that guy. A lot of verb. Then the vocals here. If you did not know, this is me singing. This is my voice. So on this, just got EQ, serial compression. This is LA2A. Neutron 2 for multiband, etc., and then some CLA. And then just drenched in reverb. Don't fade away. Whoops, here it is. It's being sent to this vocal and vocal delay and reverb here. So that's just replica for the delay, and this is vintage verb. Just massive. And this is actually 4-man shifted down because I don't like the sound of my voice, and I felt like it was a little more moody that way. So this is what my voice sounds like normally. Don't fade away. And then shifter down here. Where am I? There it is. 4-man shifting down. We get a little more moody. At the end of days. Then in the drop, the main guy comes back, just probably processed a little more, and then sidechained. That's that. In the bridge here. These are just little reversed vocal swells sent to the verb and delay. Come find me now. And then, we get into this part here. We are more than just a beating heart. So this is this was done with isotope vocal synth, using the MIDI chord input to control the voicing of the vocoder and polyvox they have on there. This is actually the original one from the demo. I just did this on a whim, and that's what we got. Don't fade away. That was me trying some different vocals in there that did not end up sounding as cool. I think that's why I went back and kept these. And also what you'll notice is I have the old vocals in here too. Both these. Oh, sorry, this was the one. This is the vocal before it was tuned. I should hide that. This is the old vocals. I changed the words. Just awkward as hell. I'm not going to show you that. Yeah, that's everything. And then on the vocal bus, we got the 1176, neutron, multiband, compression, EQ, etc., de-esser, and this stuff. At the end of days. Then effects. Not too much, but a bit chaotic. I'm using multiple different types of swells and stuff. This sort of deal here. Now, what I do want to talk about is this ambience that I'm pretty stoked on. So this is this kind of naturey. There's like birds or bugs and like a creek running something. It's a little drone in there. I really like that to kind of give this a bit more of an outside. And then these howls or calls that you hear. Oh. So that is a loon. That is the state bird of Minnesota, where I am from. I grew up on the North Shore going to my family's cabin all the time, where there was always loons on the lake, and they just had these amazing calls. They've so many different types of calls that all just sound like amazing and unique and just haunting. It's very beautiful and like it's like calling out like it's lost, like where are you, looking for its mate or whatever. And I remember having the idea that I wanted to try to put a loon call in a song, and I just on a whim tossed it in here, and it was the same key, and it worked out. So I just kept it, and I basically just ripped a YouTube video of some guy talking about the meanings of different loon calls. So yeah, that's that. We're done. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Oh, last thing I forgot to talk about. On the master here, I have this shaper box, which is a super awesome plugin. You should check it in. But there's a little effect here that you can hear. So basically what that is I'm automating this shaper box. So I have these effects loaded in here, and it automates on and off at that point in the song. One more time. And it gives it a really cool transitionary effect. So definitely check that out. I am a fan of that plugin. I've been using it a lot. Very creative, very unique. That's all we got. Short and sweet. Probably not that short, but thanks for coming through. As always, let me know if there's any questions, and I'll see you on the next one.